Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to delve into the complex narrative of one of America's largest and most established street gangs, the Latin Kings. Their origins, evolution, and societal impact are multifaceted and have left a significant impression on urban culture. This video is not designed to condone or promote their criminal activities. Instead, we aim to provide a broader perspective on the Latin Kings, tracing their journey from their inception, their transformation, and their potential for community change. So let's get started and explore this intricate story. One of America's largest and most established street gangs, the Latin Kings, have left a significant impression on urban culture. Their origins in the 1940s on Chicago's West Side saw them as community builders, but over time, their criminal engagements have led to a notorious reputation. We trace their journey from their inception, evolution, and notable societal impact, showing their transformation from a dangerous gang to, in some places, champions of community change. This evolution does not condone their past or present criminal activities, but illuminates a broader perspective on the Latin Kings. In conducting this comprehensive analysis, our objective is to offer a more profound comprehension of the Latin Kings. We strive to underscore the significance of acknowledging these groups as complex societal phenomena, possessing the capacity for not only damage but also possible constructive influences, instead of merely viewing them as criminal entities. Consequently, this video is intended to present a balanced perspective of the Latin Kings, promoting thoughtful consideration of the circumstances nurturing such groups and their potential trajectories. The Latin Kings, or the Almighty Latin King and Queen Nation, ALKQN, began in the 1940s on the west side of Chicago. This time of social disruption following World War II saw many Puerto Ricans immigrate to the U.S., with a significant numbers settling in Chicago. This influx led to increased tensions between ethnic groups competing for resources and space. In response to these challenges, the Latin Kings were formed. The group emerged as a self-defense organization, aiming to protect the Puerto Rican community from prejudice, violence, and socio-economic marginalization. The group's early goals were thus heavily focused on community protection and advocacy, though often through non-traditional and unlawful means. However, as the 20th century unfolded, the Latin Kings began to evolve and expand. The 1960s and 70s were a turning point for the group, as their involvement in criminal activities increased, earning them a more infamous reputation during a time of significant urban unrest. The Latin Kings expanded beyond the confines of Chicago, establishing themselves in other U.S. cities. The movement of Latin King members, the allure of gang life for disadvantaged youth, and the growing drug trade were key factors driving this growth. By the late 20th century, the Latin Kings had become a national organization, with members and chapters spread across the U.S. and internationally. Understanding this trajectory of the Latin Kings from a local self-defense group to a nationwide criminal organization is crucial to fully grasp their complex nature and their influence on the urban social fabric. Despite their original purpose, the harsh realities of urban life, socioeconomic disparities, and cultural conflicts led the group down a path of criminality, morphing them into one of America's most notorious street gangs. The Latin Kings' robust and distinct organizational structure draws inspiration from their Puerto Rican heritage and traditional hierarchical systems, contributing significantly to their longevity and influence. The Latin Kings' structure often mirrors a monarchy, with corresponding titles and roles. Starting with the corona, crown, which consists of 5 leaders, the Inca and cacique, king and vice-king, enforcer, treasurer, and secretary. Beneath the corona are regional leaders, each in charge of a chapter or tribe. Each chapter has members with different ranks and responsibilities, with the most loyal and experienced members occupying higher positions. The Latin Kings use various symbols to indicate their membership and loyalty. Their most recognizable symbol is the 5-pointed crown, representing the 5 key principles of the Latin Kings: respect, honesty, unity, knowledge, and love. Other symbols include the colors black and gold, the lion, and the number 5. These symbols and identifiers are commonly seen in their graffiti, tattoos, and clothing, forming a visual language that reinforces their identity and unity. While infamous for their criminal activities, the Latin Kings have also shown a capacity for positive community action in certain contexts. This duality adds to their complex nature. In some instances, Latin Kings members have pushed for community improvements, often in neighborhoods neglected by society and the government. They have sought to fill the void by providing security, camaraderie, and social support for individuals who feel marginalized or overlooked. One notable example was in New York City during the 1990s when Antonio Fernandez, known as King Tone, led the New York chapter of the Latin Kings. Fernandez reoriented the gang's mission toward political activism, social justice, and community service, demonstrating the potential for transformation within such organizations. The Latin Kings under Fernandez's leadership organized community events, helped clean neighborhoods, protested against social injustices, and even created an education program for their members. However, this shift was not without challenges, and the criminal activities associated with the Latin Kings remained persistent. While leaders like Fernandez have made strides in reorienting the gang's mission, the larger systemic issues of poverty, education, and crime continue to affect many members' lives, often drawing them back into criminal activities. The legacy of the Latin Kings is marked with violence, crime, but also resistance and community activism. They are a testament to the complex realities of urban life, particularly in marginalized communities. They are more than just a gang. They are a social phenomenon influenced by socioeconomic conditions and cultural factors, capable of both harm and good. While the public perception of the Latin Kings often focuses on their criminal activities, it is essential to remember their multifaceted nature. This understanding allows for a more nuanced discussion about addressing the root causes of gang formation and activity, rather than just combating the symptoms. In conclusion, the Latin Kings narrative extends beyond their label as a criminal gang. Their story is a story of survival, resistance, and adaptation in a challenging urban environment. While it does not justify their criminal activities, it provides a comprehensive understanding of their existence and evolution. The challenge remains to channel such groups' energy into more positive community development, a task requiring comprehensive social and political efforts. Alright folks, that's a wrap on our deep dive into the Latin Kings. As we've seen, their narrative extends far beyond their label as a criminal gang. They are a story of survival, resistance, and adaptation in a challenging urban environment. While their criminal activities can't be overlooked or justified, it's essential to understand the socioeconomic and cultural factors that influence such organizations. Looking forward, the challenge remains. How can we channel the energy of such groups into more positive community development? This requires comprehensive social and political efforts. If you found this video informative, be sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe for more deep dives into complex social phenomena. Until next time, keep learning, stay curious, and thanks for watching.